Hola, I want to dedicate this little video to Liam, my filho. Anybody who enjoys music theory. I want to talk about counterpoint, the bottom bass note and the top note, the soprano note. Goes bass, tenor, alto, soprano. Those are the four voices in the staff. And the bass note, the C, and your soprano on top is another C octave. So that gives you a counterpoint. You're playing your bass against your soprano. The alto or tenor, I'm going to leave out. I'll fill it in later on. But I'm in the C major scale. You can name them as numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, back to your octave. Sometimes it's referred to as the eighth. So I'm playing the 1 and the 8th octave. Your bass notes are just going to be C, D, E, D, C. Or 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. And your soprano note is going to be your octave C, the 8th, B, the 7th, back to C, the octave, up to D, the 2nd, and up to E, the 3rd. Put them together. Sounds pretty good, right? A little louder. I'm going to play it again. So that's counterpoint. I'm going to add the strings so it sounds a little fuller. So it's a C major to a G major, tonic to dominant, chord change. Whenever you go from a C in a bass to a D, the D is the 5th of G major. D, G, B. When you go to E, it's an E major with a C in the bass. E is the 3rd of C major, E, G, C. And when you play a B, B is the 3rd of G major. So it's an inversion, B, D, G. So basically you're alternating from a C major to a G major whenever you play. When it starts on a C, that's your C major. When it goes to a D, B on the soprano is your 3rd, D is your 5th, and G you can add. Back to E is the 3rd of G major. D to D is your 5th. They're doubling the 5th, so there's D. B, G you can add. And it resolves to a soprano E, which is the 3rd of C in the bass, C major. You can add your 5th. So there's your C major triad. You have your root, C, your 5th, G, and your 3rd E on soprano top. That's how the counterpoint resolves. So it starts on your octave. I'm going to add the G as a filler note. Oh, sorry. I descended instead of going up to the D. Let me try it again. So it sounds much fuller just by adding that G. G is a common tone in C major. It's the fifth. And in G major, it's the root. So you can add G on throughout. It'd probably be the alto. Tenor or alto in the middle. Let me see. Try it again. Sounds fuller with the strings. You can add the another note, another middle voice. Fill out the, instead of just playing G, I can add E. So C, E, G, C in the octave. So there I added more voices in the middle to fill out the triads, the chords. I'm adding, ending on C, G, C, E. So I'm adding the fifth and the octave in the middle, instead of just the root and the third on bass and soprano. Listen to it one more time, sounds really good. So it starts on the C. So the goal is to listen to your bottom bass note and your top soprano note. Those are the most important notes that you're going to hear. The middle notes are filler notes. Still important because they fill out the rest of the triad or the chord and harmonies. But the ones your ear picks up the most is the soprano top note and the bass note. And you want those to move smoothly by step or short skips when in your melodies. If thirds are good. If you jump up a fifth, you want to reverse directions. There's another example here that they're using a second note. Let me try to play it. Just the bass and the soprano note. Same bass note, but now they're adding two notes on the soprano. So they're adding some passing notes. They're starting on a C to C. Then they're going to the eighth, your seventh to B. Your soprano is descending, while C stays in the bass. So it becomes technically a major seventh because C to B is a seventh. C, E, G. Technically, it's your seventh in C major. It's still in C major, but it's a passing tone, or because it's passing from C to B to A. Now A has a D in the bass, but it goes back to B, which is in the G major. So A can be considered a passing note, the second in G major, because D is in the bass is the fifth of G major. Then it goes to E, C, bass, soprano. Then it skips from C to G, skips up a fifth. with, I'm sorry, E in the bass. So E's the third in C major. You're playing your C in the middle, and G is your fifth. So you go from G to F with a D in the bass to a D, which is in a G dominant, G, B, D, F. F is the seventh and the G dominant, so you're going from the seventh of G major to D, the fifth of G, with a D in the bass, your fifth in the bass, and then resolving from the D to E on your soprano, which is the third of C major, and C in the bass. Okay, let me just play it and just listen to it. So C to C. Play it one more time, then I'll add some inner voicings to fill out the sound. Oh, I made a mistake. Let me try again. Now I'm going to add some inner voicing, see what I come up with here. Sounds pretty good. Sounds much better. I'm adding the rest of the four notes. So it's C major. I'm alternating from C major to G major. Listen to it one more time. C in the bass. C. Sounds pretty good. So the goal is to have a smooth transition from your chords to your next chords. You want to connect your chords as smooth as possible using common tones, stepwise motion, your notes just a step apart. The closer the connection, the smoother the transition. I'm just going to play that again. It sounds really good. Yeah, messed up a little bit, but I don't want to confuse you by just explaining each chord, but basically from the C to C is your octave. I'm adding the third and the fifth. I'm releasing the fifth when I go to the B because I want the B to stand out more. Playing the root third and the seventh. The G just kind of muffles up the sound, they're too close together. When I go to the A, I'm playing D, G, A, which D is the fifth of G major, G is the root, and I'm playing A as a sus2 or the second or add 9, different names for it. But it moves right to the third of G major, which is the B. So I'm playing G major and just going from C major to G major. When I go to C in the soprano and E in the bass, I add a G. It's a C major first inversion, third, fifth, root. Then it skips up to the G, F, you can add just the root and third of G major. Goes to the fifth, the D, and then to E. So I'm playing G, C, G, C, E to fill out the last E soprano note. So I'll play one more time. Dun, dun, C major. Again, when I play that F soprano and D in the bass, I'm only playing G, B. I'm not doubling another D, another fifth here, because I want that F to stand out. Then introduce the D. One last time, just to enjoy listening to it. And that's how you want your chords to sound like. You want them to smoothly transition, as smooth as possible. And I'm simply playing C major, tonic 1, and a dominant 5, G major, G dominant 7 with G, B, D, F, when that soprano note lands on the F. Even if it's a D and a bass, the D is the fifth of G major, G, B, D. You can add D in the bass. I'm playing D, G, B, F, which is the fifth, the root, the third, and the seventh. I'm playing the fifth on top. To E, the third of C major. So the melody, soprano note, resolves from F, skips to D, to the third. F usually resolves down half step to the E, but this time it's a false. They skip, do a skip of a third down to the D, then resolve to the E. It's like he faked you out. One more time. and that's Counterpoint. Hope you enjoyed. Take care. Good luck.